15 miles from downtown Atlanta. Welcome to Truist Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the Atlanta Braves. Just about to get underway. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. That one's in there. And the count now even up. Got him swinging. And now Hesung Kim. Two down, base is empty. And next is the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2. And that is that. Stepping in, Michael Harris II.
Tonight, center fielder, number 23, Michael Harris II.
This one smoked, could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. Round second, digging for third. The relay throw, safe at second, and he gets back in. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. That one missed. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. 2-1 now, 2 aboard. Ohtani checks the runner.
He's in there.
And he's just back in. Oh, close play. Now back to second. And he's back in that time as well.
Yeah, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitcher and that release point.
He's got it. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third. Here is Matt Olson. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And a 3-1 on the way. And that is out of play.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. Stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. In there safely. And it's 1-0. So here's Riley now. Man at second. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Sale and a 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. And a big swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here is Freddie Freeman. Up the middle. It's through for a hit. And the tying run is on base.
He was all over that one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And now, Andy Pajes. That one carrying. And he brings it in on the warning track. We head to the bottom of the second. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Mauricio Dubon.
Ball 2.
There's a strike at the knees. And the count is even 2-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Now it's the right fielder, Eli White. The 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And that skips in the dirt. Good job to fight that one off. This one in the air, center field. Pajes settles underneath it. 2 down. Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. Swing and a ground ball. Freeman over to first in time. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Back at Truist Park, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Santiago Espinal digs in now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Got him. Rusty Valentine rings him up. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. And now Teoscar Hernandez on the ground, right side. Low throw, and he can't pick it. So 2 down. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Ball to strike. The pitch. Runner takes off.
No,
and
he's
safe. It's a stolen base. The 2-1. Runner on the go again. Base hit. Around from second is the tying run. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1. Runner at first with 2 away. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Tied up here in the early going. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Got him swinging for the K. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Jorge Mateo. And a ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Ohtani. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Michael Harris II getting ready to hit. Here's a 1-2. Swings and misses. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin.
That's a ball.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Pajes has a beat on it. And that is that. Back here in Atlanta, now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Will Smith. Pitch is in there, and the count is 2-2. doing well. And it's caught just in front of the wall. Here's Kyle Tucker. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Strike 2. That one is upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone.
Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. He flexes his power with that swing. And the Dodgers have the lead. It's 2-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient. And it paid off.
One down. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This ball is hammered deep center field. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack one on the board. It's 3-1.
Back-to-back jacks. And this club is fired up right now, Boog. This is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Here's a 1-1.
That's the ball.
Stretches out and hauls it in. 2 outs, base is empty. Max Muncy will hit next. Swings through that one for strike 2. Got him swinging. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. The 1-2. And he grounds one to the right side. The throw to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Here's Matt Olson. And there's a foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Here's Austin Riley. 2 down, nobody on.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
That one ripped, but foul. Next one misses, and it's a full count. That's a strikeout. Good-looking sweeper there. Back at Truist Park, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Santiago Espinal. Battling here as he fouls it away. Another 1-2. That one ripped right center field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Into second easily with a leadoff double. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Teoscar Hernandez, the next to hit. Into center and a base hit. To second, but way too late. Safe there. Ha-Seong Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Ball to strike. Late with the swing there.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could
swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is a big first out. Very big, and back coming up as Shohei Ohtani steps into the box. On the ground to the left, Mateo. Now the tag at third, and they got him. But 1 run is in to score. Will Smith to the plate. Shohei on the go. Mateo. throws to first, and they get the out. Bottom of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Mauricio Dubon.
You know, these Braves, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. They found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs, not base runners. And you could argue it's making things more difficult at the plate.
One up, one down. Eli White digs in now. The next pitch misses, and the count is 3-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Off the outside edge, ball 4. So a man at first. Mike Yastrzemski next up for the Braves. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Ohtani checks over to first, and he's back. Struck him out swinging. Strikeout number 8. Jorge Mateo now. First offering. Runner goes. Pitch misses. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. The 3-1. And ball 4 to a board.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
Nope, ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Inside move to second. White back on a dive. 2 on, 2 outs. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2. Now the number 2 hitter, Drake Baldwin. Check swing. Did he go? No. That misses the zone. Ball 3.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Got him looking for the strikeout. They limit the. All set for the top of the 6th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker. Fair ball. The throw in, not going to get him. He's in there.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Good piece of hitting going.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Andy Pappas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The 1-2. Goes down looking. Here comes Max Muncy. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Man at second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. He's trying for third. Got him swinging. Out at third, and that ends the inning. Back here in Atlanta. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. Up the middle, and that chance handled. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. And now Matt Olson up to hit. The 1-1. On the ground, and it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
This one in the air center field. That's out number 2. Here's Mauricio Dubon. Step off throw to first.
He's safe.
Back in safe, really close. The 1-1. And a foul ball. Olsen leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Kim. They take the force out. That is the. We go to the top of the 7th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Santiago Espinal. In the air, right field, White under it. And there's 1 down. So back to the top of the order. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The 2-1. And that one is inside. Out towards right center field. Harris racing after it. And there's 2 down. Now here is Hesung Kim. 2 down, nobody on. Ground ball right side. And foul ball. 1-2 now. On the ground right side. Into the outfield, base hit.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that. Bat. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here's Ohtani. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Now the tag at third, and they got it. Bottom of the 7th, now in for the Braves, Eli White. The Braves in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Jackknife's out of the way. High fly ball, right field. Tucker in position. Takes it in for the out. Mike Yastrzemski up here. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. Sean Murphy looking to start something with 1 gone. To the right side, Espinal. Over to first, 2 gone. Jorge Mateo getting ready to hit. The 1-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Will Smith. The count 2-1. That one missed. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Right through there for a strike. Got it. And 1 out now. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. Smith, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Dubon under this one. And there's 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
Center fielder, Andy Pajes.
And that's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Base hit center field. Coming home. In comes the run from second, but he throws on the brakes, gets back to second. First and second, 2 out. On the mound now, Robert Suarez.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Move to second, he's picked off. The tag, and he's out at second. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Back to the top of the order now. Leading off, Michael Harris II. That one the other way. Oh, he gloves it.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
That's towards center. Pajes settles under it. 2 away. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit.
Second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning.